Hello, I'm Todd Cotta. This is Chris, and today it's a special gun. It's the Taurus GX4 right here on Reviews It. In the world of striker fires, Glock came out back in the 80s with the Glock 17, and history was rewritten for guns. And everybody wants to bring their striker fire to the market now. It's been, oh gosh, 40 years the Glock has been around now. Think about that, 1984 to 2024.
Yeah.
And companies, striker fires are the #1 selling guns in the world now. The hammer fire guns, all those are a thing of the past.
We still have a few, but not much.
They're all legacy guns.
Yeah.
You know, Springfield came out with the XDE several years ago, and that was an XD that looked like an XD, but it had a hammer on it.
Oh, okay.
They made it for 2 years, and they sold like 6 of them. Nobody wants them. When it comes to ease of use, ease of care, ease of cleaning, all those things, the striker fires are easier to work on, easier to clean, and more reliable than the old-fashioned hammer fire guns.
Less moving parts.
Less moving parts, exactly. And that's why today we have one of our customers had picked one of these up, and he's saying, go ahead and shoot it and let people know what it's all about. And that is the Taurus GX4. Pretty good looking gun. I have never shot one before. There's some things I want to talk about. Well, why don't you go over the stats on it real quick?
Well, it's overall length is 6.5 inches. The barrel length itself is 3.6, so it's about the same as a Hellcat Pro.
Yeah.
On the barrel length.
But it looks bigger.
It does. And it is a 15 round capacity.
15 round.
The smaller ones, they go to 13 to 11.
Okay, so they have a smaller version of this one?
Yes.
Okay.
And it has optic cut, so you could put an optic plate, and then you could put your optics on it. The rear sight, I'm not really too keen about because it's blacked out.
Just a straight blacked out rear sight.
Yeah, that could be changed though.
Absolutely, yeah. Plus, you have the optic cut.
Yeah,
too.
optic cut, yeah.
Yeah.
And the MSRP is $424.99, but I've seen them on sale and everything for about mid 300s.
Yeah, they go on sale every once in a while. They're in a very affordable gun.
Yeah,
that's for
why
sure. This is kind of in the same market as like the Ruger Max 9 and those kinds of guns.
Yeah, because if they were to price it like they do with SIG and Hellcat stuff, they're not going to sell that much. They want to get out there, so that's why they actually make it affordable for a lot more people out there.
It comes in a nice black plastic hard case, which is nice.
2 magazines.
2 magazines and 2 other back straps that you can exchange for this one.
Yeah, 3 back straps total, kind of like the Echelon.
Yeah.
How it has extra back straps with different grips.
And you got your 2 magazines are the same magazines, and these 2 are 15 rounders right here. So this would be considered a compact gun, but it's not considered a gun that is in the same class as a Shield compact, because these are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Hellcat's a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner.
It's not a micro compact.
It's not a
Yeah.
It's not a micro compact, that's for sure.
That's a micro compact.
Yes, and it comes with this little guy too, right here. It's a little keychain with a little mini of the gun. And I'm going to show you something about this gun that really makes it interesting, and it's the grip. If you take a look at the grip back here, it has a big cut right where your palm.
For the beaver tail.
Yeah, for the beaver tail. It goes in. So your hand actually goes into the gun. I can't wait to shoot this thing and feel how it feels with that deeper cut on the grip here.
Yeah.
Every gun company thinks they have their best backstrap angle.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't an angle. This is a hump back here. It's not even straight. So I'm really curious to see how this feels when you're shooting it and the recoil when you have this big cut going in right here on the back of the gun.
Yeah, and it still has the bladed safety trigger. Like
Yep, if I can do this here, it's got kind of a V-shaped trigger. It's flat, but it's not flat.
No.
And it has the little tip right here that you're doing. It's wider, so you feel it less than on a Glock.
Yeah.
Because the Glock is kind of thin and has a point to it.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit wider than that, but has great slide serrations on it. Not deep, and not really deep, not as aggressive as some of the other ones.
But they still have it there.
But it's on front and back. It has texturing on the sides of the frame here for your fingers to feel, to keep off the
memory.
For memory to keep off of the trigger. It's got a nice trigger guard here, kind of squarish. And takedown on this one is a little bit different because you got to have a key to take this one down.
Yeah,
it looks
you
like.
Turn it and put it, it'll pop out.
Yeah.
And it's also a 5.5 pound trigger.
5.5. Yeah, you did a trigger test on
I
this
did a
one
trigger
already.
test on there,
So
yeah.
brand new out of the box, it's 5.5 pounds on
And
the
it will
gun.
lighten up on it when you break it in and shoot it.
Yeah, the more it gets wore in a little bit,
I've seen
it'll smooth it
I've
out.
heard it go down to 4 to 3.5.
4 to 3.5. Is that little tool inside the box here for the takedown?
We could take a look.
Because I mean, it's kind of
And that's on
not.
the back of that.
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh, there it is right there. This little keychain actually is the tool to take down the gun. It's got this little mark on the back here. It goes in this little groove and you turn it. So, you know, I want to see how this works because I've never seen this before. You rack it to the rear. Let's take the magazine out. Put this in. Turn it. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It's got a spring in there. I might have to watch a video on this.
Yeah, I think, because I don't want to take it apart.
Yeah, so let's put this thing forward here. Let's put this here. Oh, how interesting.
Try to pull the trigger.
I did. There it is.
There we go.
So you don't have to pull it back to do it.
No.
You just do it while it's in the regular shooting position, make sure it's empty,
Yeah.
and then you turn it 1/4 turn. Now let's see if I put this thing back together, if it snaps back automatically. Yep, snaps back
Oh,
automatically.
yeah, it moves back up.
Yep, so you have this like little key groove right here. You can use a screwdriver or whatever. When it's in its neutral position here, double check, make sure it's unloaded. And then you put this in, you turn it 1/4 turn
Towards you.
towards the left. You're gonna feel the slide release. Trip the trigger, and it comes
There we
apart.
go. It has a nice long,
Oh, it's a one-piece rail.
yeah.
Not a two-piece rail like you see on the Glocks and all the other ones. It's a big, long, one-piece rail there. And then when you put it back together, this is cool. When you put it back together and you go past 0 on it, let's see if we can figure this out here. It snaps back.
Yeah, went back forward, back up and down.
Went back up and down. All right. Well, there's all the things about the gun. I tell you what, I can't wait to go shoot this thing. I think
let's try it
we
out.
should go shoot it.
Yeah, since we got permission.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to head into the range.
All right, shooting the Taurus GX4, 7 yards. I'm gonna go for number 3. Shooting MagTech, range ammo, 115 green. Unloaded, hot, ready to go. Clear.
Okay. What happened?
It had a light strike,
No strike.
no strike. Huh.
Go ahead, load it in the mag.
All right.
Just a weird feed, huh?
Yeah, it's a weird feed. Well, first time shooting it, so
What'd you think?
I like it. The trigger is something desirable. You would have to get used to it. It's like real hard, and as soon as you hit the wall, it goes. It has one light click for reset, but then there's another click. But after the first reset, the first light click, you're able to fire still.
Okay, my turn. Here goes the Taurus GX4 9mm, 10 rounds. Let's give this thing a whirl. Oh, kind of weird. It's a yellow follower, so it looks like you may have more rounds than you thought. Magazine's in nice and smooth. Target number 2. Finally. Clear? Let's go up and take a look. We're at about 6 yards right now, and I could never really get a good eye on the sights.
Yeah.
But I kept it inside the 9 ring here. We've got one outside. What happened with these with you? Was this after your...
That was the first.
Oh, the first couple?
First couple.
Getting used to the recoil.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it's too thin right through here for me. I'm used to having my hand out more to steady the gun.
I just didn't like the way it
I feel like I'm over gripping this gun for some reason. But kept it in there real nice. I could feel that kind of a crunchy trigger where you could feel that first click and you have to go for a second run at it. But it wasn't a bad trigger. But when you compare it to the enhanced trigger from Smith & Wesson, when you compare it to the Hellcat trigger, I think it's a distant third.
Yeah.
I would take this one over the 365 trigger though. So it's kind of a weird thing with triggers. Me, trigger means everything. Means everything. There you go. There's the target. We got some shooting in. No misfires for me. Good recovery on that too, by the way. Let's head back in and finish this thing up.
All right.
Well, we got a chance to shoot it. Some of the things I expected, some of the things I didn't expect. We had a misfire in there, but that was weird. What happened? What happened when that gun didn't go off? What did it feel like? What was it? Was the trigger dead? How did you know it didn't fire?
When I pulled the trigger, it went click, but nothing happened.
But we shot that round.
Yeah, it didn't light strike it or nothing, so I just cleared it and
you keep on going. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
For me, two things. The grip is so tight up on top, and I'm so used to even pressure on my hand, I was over gripping the gun. I was gripping it too tight.
Yeah.
And it was too small right here at the web of my hand, in that little choke point right there. So I like even pressure on my hand. With this one here, it's not even pressure. It's like my hand is shifting forward.
Yeah, if they had it more up a little bit
straight up. Yeah.
That would have been a lot easier to grip and shoot.
So maybe it's a shooting style, maybe it's a shooting type, I guess. Yeah. And maybe some people can shoot that better, but I am more accustomed to a straight back firearm than I am from a curved backed firearm.
Like when I grab a Glock, I immediately go down for the angle compared to grabbing an XD. When I grab the XD, you can see the XD is down at an angle.
Yeah.
Instead of my Glock being straight,
because a different angle,
muscle memory,
different angle,
and this one, I don't know what the
There's no angle on it because it's just curved
in.
Yeah. Trigger, decent. We talked about it in the range.
Yeah.
It's decent. It's better than they ever used to be.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
the old Shields, the old M&Ps, the old XDs.
Yeah, I'd probably replace the trigger with something different.
Yeah.
That's just what I do anyways.
Yeah. As a whole, it's not a bad gun at all.
No,
not a bad gun at all. It looks great. You have the options for optics on there. Do you know what cut the optics cut is on that one? Is it a RMR cut?
It looks like an RMR.
Could be an RMR cut on there. Yeah, you'd have to figure it out if you buy one. But as for the most part, this gun, the Taurus
GX4. Carry.
There's one smaller.
GX4. You got the GX4 carry. The GX4 is smaller than this one, holds 11, and then you get a 13 rounder.
Okay. But there you go. That is the and the takedown.
Takedown is
it's easy, but two things. Having a tool to do it is not optimum if you got to quickly break your gun down and field strip it and do that thing. So you're not carrying that little gun around with you or a screwdriver with you every time you got to do it. And you cannot get a fingernail in there.
No.
And a quarter won't fit in there. A coin won't fit in there.
No.
None of that
stuff. Just a flathead screwdriver.
Just a flathead screwdriver. And the fact that you have to trip the trigger on it in order to release the slide.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything in here that... Let me see this real quick. Yeah, it doesn't have anything in here that you can do to release the sear without tripping the trigger. So they went back to the old Glock. They went back to the old Glock way of tripping the trigger on this thing.
Yeah, which is unsafe.
Which is not as safe as it could be. And at least with a Glock, you have to bring the slide back to pull it down to see if there's a round in there before you do it. This one here, it is closed when you do it.
You have to check it first.
You have to check it before you close it, and then you have to open it up.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that could be a little more dangerous with a gun, but at the end of the day, it's a pretty darn good gun for a Brazilian Taurus, right? And and the price wise, you know, mid-4s for retail, and you can get it on sale sometimes, and you know, for price wise. So there you go. That is the Taurus GX4. I'd say out of 5, maybe a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a 3 for that.
And that trigger and the grip is just a little bit weird, huh?
Yeah, I'm not fond of that trigger.
Yeah. Hey guys, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. We'd love to have you come along for more of our ride. It was great this week because I was at Costco, and a guy comes up to me while I'm getting the pizzas for our thing, for our party, and he says, "Hey, you're the guy from YouTube, aren't you?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Reviews it." I go, "Yeah, that's me." "Oh, it's good to meet you, man." And he's a young guy, and he shook my hand and stuff. And I said, "Well, it's always good to see you, you know." And it's, every once in a while in the store, somebody will come in and say they've seen our videos.
Yeah,
and they
one guy came in here, so I was looking at the 2.0, and I was looking, wait, those guys look familiar. Like, yeah. Yeah, we're real. We're not animatronic or we're not CG, are we? No.
No?
I don't think so.
Hey, please subscribe. Thank you for watching Reviews It, and have a great day.